Everything feels urgent right now. Like you've been overthinking and your nervous system is overstimulated. This yin yoga can help you slow down, release anxiety, and find a steadier pace through grounding postures and mindful breathing. In traditional Chinese medicine, urgency, frustration, and mental overwhelm are often connected to excess stimulation and stagnation in the body. So, in this practice, we'll work with the liver and kidney meridians to help ground your energy and to create more space and steadiness, physically, mentally, and emotionally. My name is Jillian. If you enjoy Meridian yoga, EFT, meditation, and holistic healing to support your nervous system and hormonal health and your emotional and mental well-being, subscribe if you haven't yet. It's a simple way to help me to continue creating these practices with fewer interruptions on the channel. All right, let's get into the practice. For this practice, you'll want 2 yoga bolsters or 2 big cushions that can take more weight and 2 smaller cushions on hand as well. So let's take the feet together and the knees out wide. Now first, just sitting here with no props, notice if you're already tensing up through your thighs, if your spine is rounded, which is very natural. It's actually the case for most people. So if your spine is rounded, take one of your small cushions and sit on the cushion. And in doing so, there's already so much more ease, right? The spine is lifted, the ribs and shoulders can be stacked over the hips pretty easily. There's more space for the legs to fall open. It creates a lot more support right there. Now, if it's still too intense, you can also use your other cushion, grab another cushion to use under your knees to have more support here so you don't tense up through your inner thighs. And then if you want to take your yoga bolster or 2 out in front of you, we're going to be folding forward here. And you can use the bolsters for more support, especially into your belly, and as a way to support a longer spine. So as you begin to release your belly button down, rather than you aren't reaching forward, right? There's a fold happening through the pelvis. You can draw the bolster up into your belly and rest your arms onto that. First, just feeling into this. And then finding your way into whatever your expression is of this posture right now. So perhaps you want to walk your hands out a little further. Maybe you come all the way down onto your forearms. Maybe you bring your forehead down to the floor. I'm not feeling as open today, so I'm not going to go as far with it. And you can close your eyes if that feels good for you. And first feeling how your breath can settle into your belly. And as it settles into the belly, it can also massage the lower back, the pelvic organs, and the muscles through the pelvis. And this is space where we can store really deep stress, fear, anxiety. And we're using the posture, our breath, and our awareness soften. Even massage the stress out of the tissues. And as we soften the stress held in the tissues, our mind can relax. And our emotional body can respond to this gentle opening. If it feels good for you, you can let your head weigh down. You can even move your head side to side, feeling into your neck, into the tops of your shoulders, where we hold a lot of tension. Through the posterior chain running up from the lower back, where we're opening more explicitly and letting that continue to open up through the rest of the spine, up through the neck, all the way into the forehead. And noticing if you feel any urgency here, and how this sense of urgency, it's so deep for so many of us. Our society perpetuates this, right? We're always supposed to be moving faster, doing more. And how this urgency can bring up impatience and frustration and irritation when things don't go as quickly as we want them to. So letting these emotions release from the tissues, particularly here in the liver channel, running up through the inner thighs, up through the sex organs, up into the abdomen. It's feeling how you can relax, you can soften, you can let go, and just let yourself be in this moment without needing to move ahead of the moment. Now you can begin to walk yourself up. Rest your hands onto your knees and take a moment here. Feel your ribs settle, the shoulders settle, your belly settle, and the space that you've already created through your belly, down through your inner thighs, and up into your chest, your shoulders, your neck. Now we're going to take the legs out wide. If you're seated on a cushion, stay there. You can keep your bolster out in front of you, if it's there. And we're going to do the same thing here, letting the belly button release down toward the floor as the knees and the toes continue to face up. So there's an external rotation happening in the hips. We aren't letting the hips roll in so much to come forward. They're rolling out. And that's just a way to help create more space through these channels that we're working with through the inner thighs. So this is liver and kidney channels through the inner thighs, up into the abdomen, the kidney channel up into the chest. And coming into this, again, wherever you're at, wherever you want to come into this, where you can maintain this integrity of the opening through these channels, through the bladder channel, through the lower back, through the back line that stores stress. And we're also working with the heart a little bit in this practice that can become overstimulated from this sense of urgency. It can even feel like excitement. I know I've been feeling this recently, like I'm working on one thing and I'm excited about working on it because I'm excited about what I'm going to work on next, which is exciting, but it's very ungrounding, right? And it can create stress and it can create impatience. And obviously, it can create a sense of urgency that is inherently stressful. So, here we're letting all of this release down into the ground, into the support of the props. And again, here you can release the weight of your head if that feels good for you, if that creates a deeper and comfortable opening through your back line. And again, noticing where your breath is moving. So when we're working deeper into the pelvis and the groin, it's a really nice place to work with deep diaphragmatic breathing. So you can actually use your breath to massage the pelvic floor. Noticing if you're holding tension around your sit bones, around your pubic bone, your tailbone, and letting this space open up. Can undo this chronic holding and chronic bracing that, in a chronic sense of urgency, tends to be held a lot in the pelvis. The more you become aware of it, the more you will notice how you can release more deeper into your pelvis. And now let's come up and take a moment here, letting your hands rest onto your thighs, your knees. Just feeling how your body organizes itself as you come out of the posture, how the space that you create in the pelvis or your legs moves throughout the rest of your body. And now we're going to set up for a Supta Baddha Konasana. So let's take one bolster out long and the other bolster, big cushion, horizontally to support our head. And then we can have these small cushions under the knees. I find this can be really supportive for a lot of people. It's really common to chronically hold in our inner thighs. So since we're going to stay here for a little longer, I want you to be able to relax into this. So feel free to tuck these cushions up into the outside of your legs so you have support. And just as we did, we're going to bring the feet together, the knees out wide, and bring the heels in toward your pelvis, as close as they'll come. And then bring this bolster up into your lower back. Lie back down onto it, and then get the second bolster so it's under your head, supporting your neck. Then let your arms rest out, your palms face up. Your eyes close if they haven't closed already. And first feeling how your head can rest down into the support of the cushion. So when you do that, you can feel the release through your neck, up into the base of your skull. where we can store stress in the bladder channel. And as you release the weight of your head and feel this release through the neck, let that create a deeper release down through your shoulders. And feel how your chest can relax. The space around your collarbones can relax. Maybe feeling your heart beating. And feeling the space through the back of your heart. Rest down into the support of the bolster. Feeling your ribs relax. And your belly relax. And feeling how your breath can expand down into your pelvis, into your pelvic floor, creating more space, more ease for your inner thighs to begin to release. So they can feel like they don't have to hold everything together. They don't have to keep us moving forward. They can relax and soften into this moment, allowing each moment to be full in and of itself. Just feeling the tissues through the inside of your legs, down through the inside of your calves, the inside of your ankles, arches of your feet. All of this softening, releasing into gravity. Just feeling how you can anchor your weight down into the earth. And in doing so, you release stress from your body, your mind, your emotional body. Now you can begin to bring your knees up to the ceiling. Bring your feet flat to the floor, about hip width apart. And then just begin to let your knees slowly, very slowly, fall side to side. Letting this movement create an opening up into your lower back, maybe through your hips. And then you can bring your chin toward your chest. Get your hands to the floor, press into your hands to come up to sit. You can cross your legs, rest your hands onto your knees, your palms facing up. Your eyes are still closed. Feeling the fruit of your labor. From this short practice, the difference that that can make. Just feeling that as a way to acknowledge that moving out of a chronic sense of urgency happens little by little, moment to moment, day to day. It's really deprogramming and unlearning. And feeling your breath move in slowly and your body relaxing and softening on your exhales. Notice how you feel now compared to when you first arrived on your mat today. And this can be physically, mentally, emotionally, or energetically. Even subtle shifts matter. As you move into the rest of your day or your evening, see if you can carry a little more softness, patience, and spaciousness with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments where you tend to hold more emotional stress or tension most in your body, and where you felt it more in this practice. Now, if you enjoy practices that support emotional and nervous system health through Meridian yoga and holistic healing, feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want additional support, you can download my free 5 Meridian yoga practices for symptoms like anxiety, emotional stagnation, digestive imbalances, or fatigue. I have that linked in the description. Thanks so much for taking this time to be present with yourself, with your body, and with your breath, and for practicing with me. I'll see you in the next video.